Statistically speaking, you are more likely to hit a deer while driving than to hit the lottery. But one guy in North Carolina did both on the same day. What a lucky son of a gun. So Anthony Dow of Leland, North Carolina is on his way to work. He hits 2 deer with his car. New car, messes up the car. His day is ruined. He goes back home, takes a nap. He wakes up, checks his ticket, and guess what? The winning Mega Millions ticket matched all 5 white balls. What are the odds? 1 in 12.6 million. So he takes his ticket down to the store, finds out he wins that $1 million. Then the prize doubles because of a mega plier ticket was drawn. So he shows his mom and dad. Everyone's happy. He goes and says, hey, I want to get my money right now. They pay him $1.4 million after taxes. He says, I'm going to fix some things on mom and dad's house, get my car fixed, pay it off, and then pay off my niece's car as well. So the actual odds of a person hitting a deer while they're driving, 1 in 116. Your odds are better of hitting a deer with your car than hitting the jackpot. This according to State Farm Insurance, 1 in 116. These stats from July of 2018 through June of 2019. Here's a crazy one. You're driving in a snowstorm, which is bad enough, then you get stuck. Then comes along a coronavirus vaccine motorcade, and you get vaccinated. It happened in Oregon. So health officials in Southern Oregon gave out 6 doses of the coronavirus vaccine to motorists at an impromptu vaccine clinic after a snowstorm. This happened on U.S. Highway 199 near Hayes Hill on the way to Grants Pass. The thing is, this vaccine must be stored at low temperatures, so it was getting close to expiring. That's why they decided to talk to these stranded motorists on the side of the road saying, hey, would you like to get vaccinated for COVID? This one I had to see to believe. An articulated bus falls half off a bridge in New York, injuring a number of people, and they got pictures to prove it. This oversized slinky with 2 buses on each end dramatically plunged off a bridge in New York City last week, leaving the front half hanging over the highway ramp, the other on the road below. The driver was seriously injured, and there were 7 passengers who suffered minor injuries consistent with falling 50 feet off a bridge inside of a bus. Quite a terrifying situation. Luckily, no other vehicles were involved or below that bridge when the slinky bus fell over. They do say they're going to look into it, and hopefully with a full investigation learn some lessons about how to prevent this from happening again. But quite the sight. Now, I'm from Washington State. I've lived in Oregon and Washington quite a bit, and every fall and winter, the rains come and the rivers rise, and then you get these photo ops on the West Coast of salmon crossing the highway. It looks pretty cool. Well, this time, it was a hungry sea lion that was caught crossing the road. Washington State Patrol shared this photo of this big guy here crossing the highway near Grays River, Washington. The highway runs along the river. It empties into the mouth of the Columbia, where hungry sea lions go to eat on salmon anyways. So apparently the sea lion wasn't that far from the slough. It decided to go over and make a little walk on the road, and that's when they took some pictures of this thing. A male sea lion can weigh over 700 pounds. So when it starts walking, get out of the way. Of all the 50 states to own cars, Hawaii and California are the worst. This study was conducted by Wallet Hub, which is a personal finance company. They looked at the cost of ownership, maintenance, traffic and infrastructure, safety and access to vehicles and maintenance to rank all 50 states, and that's where California and Hawaii came in dead last. They evaluated this on 31 different categories to have a combined score of 100. Things like average gas prices. Hawaii is terrible. I used to live there. Cost of insurance, traffic congestion. Surprisingly, it's very congested in Hawaii, even though it's a small island. There's not a lot of place to go, so traffic gets backed up quite a bit. About 2 million people on the island of Oahu, where I used to live. Road quality, traffic fatality rate, and more were considered in this study. So a little more on why Hawaii is at the bottom of this list. Repair shops per capita, there's a lot of those there. Car washes per capita, gas prices, price of auto insurance and maintenance, car thefts per capita, a lot of theft out there, and didn't fare well on those type of tests. California's high congestion makes a lot of sense, and cost of ownership didn't do them any favors. It's hard to argue, though, that these factors would certainly make owning a car and commuting every day a bit of a headache. My home state of Washington right now is third to last on the list. The best top 5 places to own a car according to this study: number 5, Tennessee, then Iowa, North Carolina, where the guy hit the 2 deer and got the jackpot. No wonder. Indiana, and the number 1 best place to own a car, Texas. Maybe you heard this, you probably did because you're in the know when it comes to automotive news. The 2021 Ford F-150 Raptor is making its debut on February 3rd, so that's coming up pretty quickly. Now, we know that it's going to be coming up quickly online, but there's a new teaser image that was just posted recently. It's the first official uncamouflaged look at this latest iteration of this performance pickup. Now, these images do match a leaked parts diagram of the front of the new Raptor. The Ford lettering dominates the grille, and the rest has a thick pattern mesh. Along with the upper edge, there are some 3 skinny separated lights. And the glimpse of the hood reveals raised sections of black trim on each side. There's also a wide black section in the center. Now, according to a leaked dealer guide, I love when these things get leaked, it'll come standard with a 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. Not sure, though, on the horsepower. It'll all happen here pretty quickly. But they're thinking more like 450 on the horsepower with 510 pound-feet of torque. Wouldn't be a big surprise if Ford increases those numbers just a little bit so they can have some bragging rights. But that's coming up on February 3rd, and now you've seen a sneak peek. So just arrived for me this week is the 2021 Toyota Tundra. It's sitting outside my window right now. Here's what I have coming up on my channel. I did a drive-in review of the 2021 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid minivan. Pretty cool vehicle, lots of bells and whistles on that one. Wrapped up a 21 Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. That's a 3-row Atlas versus a 2-row regular size Atlas. So not as much room for third-row passengers. Not many vehicles do except for the Pacifica. That's got great room for third row. There's also the F-150 2021. That's coming out very soon as well. And lastly, already on my channel, the 2021 Lexus RX 350L. Those videos are online, but many more to come here in the coming weeks. There's a Ram 1500 TRX coming up, as well as a Kia K5 also on the docket. Stay tuned, more to come. Leave your suggestions below for other videos and topics. I'll do my best to complete those. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Adios.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.